Wait, she's a real person? A Damn Hipsters vlog. Hi, I'm Meg Has Issues, and I write and draw Damn Hipsters. This is my first attempt at a vlog, so be gentle with me. Actually, not really. I want you to be horrendously nasty in the comment section below. It gives me more to feed off of. So, earlier today, I had a bunch of people that read Damn Hipsters send me questions and random comments. So, maybe you'll learn something. Maybe you'll hate my comic even more. Who knows? So let's start. The first question I got was, why? Now, that one's a very hard one to answer. Why do I do this? I'm a cartoonist. I started out drawing another comic, which has been running for 4 years with very little success. And in 2008, I drew some hipsters being snarky because my teacher, who had assigned me to start cartooning some more, hated hipsters. And I thought it would be a great thing to feed off of, like, the whole culture and lack of culture. It was just hilarious to me. And I brought it back years later because I thought it would be fun to work with. And people actually seemed to like it this time, so I've just kind of kept up with it. Are all of your strips based on coffee shop convos, or do you pull some from other real-life sources? Okay, this one is a little, half and half. I do pull a lot of stuff from things I overhear on the street or in coffee shops or at, shows. I have to keep saying this over and over again. I'm not a hipster. I don't really take part in the culture. I don't understand what the hell's going on with hipsters anyway. I just write stuff. So a lot of the stuff I overhear doesn't make sense to me, and I just think it's funny and then take it a step further. So some of this stuff, like where I'm commenting on something specific, is just what I make up to be a hipster's reaction to a particular situation or theme that I'm working with that week. A lot of the times, if it is taken from a conversation that I overhear, I'll go up and ask the people if I can use it. I'll play with the words a little bit to make it fit what I want. But if it's taken from a conversation, a lot of times you'll see that in the comments. Like I'll put that in my author's comments so you can tell what actually is a real hipsterism and what shit I'm making up. I hope that clarifies some stuff. Do you ever overhear conversations that you decide not to use because they're too over the top? Okay, that one's a little hard to explain. I've made it pretty well known that I do take a lot of this stuff off of stuff I overhear. I always carry these handy-dandy little wallet-sized notebooks whenever I go to bars, concerts, or I'm just walking around Savannah since this city is chock full of wannabe art school hipsters. They give me a lot of stuff to go on. I'll write down anything I hear or think of that might have, some merit in a comic, but there's a lot of stuff that I just can't figure out a way to use, or, it'll be good, but I won't want to use it at the time. My favorite outrageous thing that I haven't found a use for yet comes from a man who might have been into his 7th or 8th PBR. I'm not sure what else he was drinking that night, but I overheard him and, quote unquote, he was complaining about his roommate saying, "My angels tell me not to pay you rent." Okay, that was pretty interesting. I'd like to put that in Damn Hipsters. I asked the man, if I could do that. He proceeded to tell me that his roommate has fairies that live in pillows and he has sex with them, and it was all sorts of craziness. And it's like, okay, I just wanted to do some jokes about you complaining about your roommate in a bar because I thought it would be funny. I didn't want to hear about him sodomizing pillows. So there's your thing in my notebook that will probably never come up on the internet. There's tons of other stuff, but I'll probably write it sometime over the course of a year. A lot of it's dumb shit I hear teenagers say, like, Whitewater is so America. What does that mean? I don't know. I'll explain it in a later comic, probably. How long does it take you to do an average strip? Depending on the day and whether or not I have the joke for that strip in mind, it usually takes me about an hour to 2 hours to draw and fully upload each strip. I've gotten the penciling down to kind of a science. Like, I draw everything out. It takes me usually 30 minutes to pencil it, 15 or so on inking because it's really fast. I don't spend too much time on these, but with the amount of other stuff I do, I can't be cranking out 1 million of these a day. It's mostly the ideas that hold me back on production. Sometimes I'll spend, maybe an hour or two just thinking on how to phrase a joke right before I even get to drawing it. Hope that answers that well enough. What tools do you use when drawing and lettering each strip? So, materials. The most expensive thing I use is actually my paper, because I'm super cheap, but I like nice paper. Unfortunately, it's not too nice because I'm a college student. I can't afford super nice. I use Canson fanboy paper. It's got the lines on it for comic strips already. Pretty much all I do, take a ruler, my panel borders are done. It's the easiest thing for me to carry around and just whip these out. Panel borders, Sharpie. Sharpie's your friend. It works really easy and does it in like one stroke. All the lettering and background elements are usually drawn with an 0.8 micron. My favorite size micron, just for you guys that actually like me. The tiny lines, like the ones on Tom and Margot's shirts, other little details like that, are done with an 0.3 Copic multi-liner. I have a whole set of these. I like them to a point. It's just, for some reason, I don't get along with them as well as I get along with my other pens. So, I mean, that's the only one I really have a fond relationship with. Other than that, all of the main figures and the foreground elements are done with a Pentel brush pen. It's like the best $13, $15 brush pen you can get. It doesn't have, the ease of use that a real brush has, but it's really good for when you're on the go and you don't want to pay $75 for a brush pen that will actually give you the feel of a real brush. So